Still on the political front, it wasn't just one of the biggest stories here on the island, but likely the province as well. It's the tax that took down a premier and galvanized British Columbians. Dana Hutchings is here with more in tonight's Chek Point. Dana.
Tess, on July 1st, 2010, the 5% GST and 7% PST gave way to the 12% harmonized sales tax. What followed was a provincial uproar with a petition, a referendum, and in 2011, the repealing of the HST. August 26, BC electoral officer Craig James delivers the envelope with the referendum results.
The yes side, 54.73%, and the no side, 45.27%.
It was a victory for Bill Vander Zalm, the former premier who came out of retirement to win a major political battle.
This is a historic day, not only in our province, but in the country. It's the first time in the British Commonwealth that the people actually had a say in how it is they're taxed.
He galvanized British Columbians with his Stop HST campaign.
Thank you.
The merging of the GST and PST so controversial, it led to the resignation of Premier Gordon Campbell.
It's been a privilege.
700,000 signed a petition calling for a referendum on the tax. The new premier tried to reduce the HST to 10%, but it was too late.
Well, we accept all the responsibility. The target time in terms of restoring the PST so that we're back into a PST-GST system is about 18 months.
And this story will reach into 2013. That's when the PST will be reinstituted. And our Chek Point question, what do you think were Vancouver Island's top stories of 2011? You can tweet us at Chek_news, post on our Facebook page, or email checkpoint@cheknews.ca. And this is your last chance to vote on our top stories on our website. We'll reveal the results a little bit later. That's www.cheknews.ca.
Voting down the HST may have been the big story of the year, but of course it wasn't the only thing that happened in 2011. Dana Hutchings is back with more in Chek Point. Dana.
Tess, over the past few days, we have looked at the Stanley Cup riot, the Occupy movement, and smart meters, all stories you have suggested. And tonight we look at other big stories from around Vancouver Island.
Occupy movement, that was a good one for sure. It started and it's still going. Not here, obviously, but it's still going good.
ENN Railroad, I think that would be great.
Election of Christy Clark as the new premier.
Building that bridge and putting in a decent piece of transportation to the outer community.
It's the election of Elizabeth May to Parliament. That's top of my list.
Crashes on the Malahat make news every year. But it was this one in April that closed the highway for nearly 24 hours and sent thousands of liters of gasoline into Goldstream.
As you can see, lots of sculpins. There's another salmon right there.
In October, the driver was formally charged with drunk and dangerous driving, and the delicate ecosystem could take years to recover. This was also the year of animal encounters, whether it was deer or cougars. In August, Julian Sylvester was in Pacific Rim National Park when a cougar attacked the 18-month-old.
The cougar had planted him face down and had his teeth right in the back of his head.
Julian went through 2.5 hours of brain surgery to repair fang punctures on his head. The boy went home the next month, while cougar and human interactions continued.
Thrifty Foods family lost our co-founder, Alex Campbell Sr.
He was the co-founder of Thrifty Foods and a true believer in giving back to his community. In October, Alex Campbell Sr. passed away.
Everything about him was about customers, community, and helping people.
Friends say Alex's legacy is one of love, not just of his family, but of the entire island.
I, Christy Clark, do swear that I will be faithful.
In political news, both the Liberals and the NDP elected new leaders provincially. Christy Clark became the premier, while Adrian Dix became the leader of the official opposition. And finally, good news for hockey fans. The Western Hockey League returned to Victoria. The Victoria Royals have scored big on Vancouver Island. The results of our web poll. HST overwhelmingly the story of the year, almost 57%. In second place, the Stanley Cup riot at 24%, followed by smart meters at 6% and Occupy movement at 5%. Also rounding out the top stories, tsunamis and earthquakes, the return of the WHL, and wildlife encounters. And that's your look back at 2011 in tonight's Chek Point.